Hello, I'm Susan Ridout, the Graduate Reading Program Coordinator, and I'm going to walk you through the master's degree check sheet for people pursuing a master's degree in elementary education with a reading concentration. All of the master's programs have some core courses that students take. H520, P507, and J500 are some that you take early on in your 36 hours. And these should be taken within the first 18 credit hours of your 36-hour master's. You can take those pretty much in any order. This last core course is to be taken after you have taken at least 21 credit hours in the program, and these other core courses have to have been completed. In elementary reading, there are some courses called related courses, and you can see them over here. You can take Psychology of Teaching, which is P510, or you can take a literacy elective, and there are very many choices if you look down here below that you can choose from. It could be a gifted and talented course. It could be a course like Children's Lit or Adolescent Lit if you haven't taken those as an undergraduate. It could be some sort of a computer course. Or other approved courses, and certainly some ESL courses would fit this bill as well. So you can look about that. If you've already taken some courses that you're trying to bring into our campus, you can bring in up to 6 credit hours. We'll try to see if they can fit into this master's program. If they have a literacy focus, we'll certainly take a good hard look at those and see. Some of you have participated in the Louisville Writing Project or Reading Project or the Indiana Writing Project, and certainly those courses fit very beautifully into this literacy elective piece. And again, you can only bring in 6 accredited credits from another institution, and so you'll have to work with our licensing advisor and with me on that. We'll take a good hard look at that. Another course that's in the related field is Advanced Study of the Teaching of Reading in the junior high and secondary school. Many of you, if you sit for the exam at the end of this, if you want to go through your state and get licensed after you have this reading concentration, many of you will be licensed K-12, and so because of that we have some breadth in this program so that even though you're an elementary person, there are a few places where you'll pick up some of the secondary focus, and this is certainly one of them, the Advanced Study of the Teaching of Reading in the junior high and secondary school. So that's a requirement. And then there's an Advanced Study of Teaching of Language Arts, and you may take it in either the secondary focused class, or you could take the Advanced Study of Teaching of Language Arts at the elementary school, whichever you feel like you want, or maybe you feel like you need more work in. So that's a little place with some choice in there. And if we look on down to this block, it's important to note this. You do not want to just take these courses starting here and work your way down and work your way over here and then start here. This E545, Advanced Study of the Teaching of Reading in the Elementary School, is a great course to start with for your first reading course. And if you're doing this master's, you don't want to do all your core courses and then start on these, because it will take you an awfully long time to get through, unless you're just going through at a very slow pace and you're not in any big hurry. So what you'd want to do is pick up a core course maybe first, and if you're taking 2 courses, you may want to have a core and Advanced Study of the Teaching of Reading in the elementary school as your first couple of courses. And then as you're taking other core courses, you'll be picking up on some of these other reading courses as they come along. Many of the reading courses do not have a set pattern of when exactly you need to take them, but certainly this E545 is one you'll want to get into very early in the program. And X504 has a prerequisite, and that prerequisite is this E545. That's another reason you want to get into that one early. We recommend that X504 be taken in the first half of the program so that you get everything in place so that eventually you're ready for that practicum that we'll talk about in a minute. L520, Advanced Study of Second or Foreign Language Teaching, is our ENL or ELL course that can be taken pretty much any time throughout your program. K590, Topics of Special Education, is a 1-hour course It's focused on RTI in language arts. Now, I do want to caution you that K590 and the next course, W505, those course numbers are used for multiple courses. And so you want to be very sure you're taking the right course. And I will keep you on track with that. Once you're admitted, and some of you are already admitted and you're just kind of re-looking at this check sheet, I'll be sending you a message around registration time each semester, kind of pointing you in the right direction. And I'll remind you which K590 is correct and which W505. If you pull down the registration boxes and you see some of the verbiage that goes along with some of these courses, you'll see that the correct ones that you're going to take, this technology as a teaching tool, will have something that says literacy next to it in the drop-down box, or the special ed RTI will have something that says literacy or language arts next to it. So you'll probably know on your own, but I'll try to make sure you don't falter there. Then there's an X525 practicum, impacting student learning. It's a 1-hour course that you take. You do the work in your own classroom, and everything is online that you submit and work with me on. This W505, by the way, is totally online as well. That K590 at the present time is hybrid, but it may we may have some options for online in the future. And then finally, you're ready for your practicum in reading. And this is usually your very last course that you take. You need to be finished with your reading courses, and certainly you'll have finished these cores because you have to get these first 3 cores in the first 18 hours. And then this course, the research course, has to be far enough before you actually finish your master's program. So this practicum in reading is supposed to be the very last course. That's the course where you'll come to campus a few times. We'll have seminars with your peers, and where I will come out and observe your teaching, where you kind of synthesize all you've learned from the program and demonstrate your ability to show what you've learned. So that's generally it. There's a list of some of the literacy electives here, and you can work with me if you have something that isn't on this list, or you're trying to bring something else in from another campus and everything doesn't match quite up, but we think it might work, or you think it might work. We will file a petition, and we can talk about how to do that. There is a formal form that you file and include some information about the courses that you've had, maybe the syllabus and the write-up, and we can look about that as well. In your graduate program, there are decision points, but when you go through these various courses, those will be taken care of for the most part, and you will be kind of led into when you need to complete certain assessments or certain forms to let us know that you've reached these different assessment points. And so just keeping up with your coursework and talking with your advisors, you should be in good shape on all of that. Again, it's a 36 hours master's, and just know that you don't want to just start here and work down and then finally come to these courses, because you need to get started on some of these courses. And some of the courses are only offered once or twice a year, and especially the ones only offered once, you want to know when those are offered and go ahead sometimes and get into those maybe earlier than you thought you were going to. So again, you'll be hearing from me via email, and I'll kind of lead you into knowing what course might only be offered once a year, and that you might want to take it if you're trying to graduate at a certain time. So anyway, I'm available by email, sritout@ius.edu. And again, you can also touch base with your licensing advisor, and that's the person is upstairs in our licensing suite. And so any questions you have about licensure change, you may want to direct to her. So I look forward to working with you, and I urge you to keep up with your check sheet and make sure you're right on track. And again, don't be shy about emailing me or scheduling an appointment to come by to see me. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.